Now, speaking of housewives and reality shows, let's talk about a former housewife, one from New York, Bethenny Frankel, who has a lot to say in regards to Kim Kardashian's daughter, Northwest, out in Italy wearing this weird outfit. First of all, there was one outfit that Kim Kardashian had on when she was doing like a shoot with Dion von Furstenberg, where it looked like she had on this bodysuit with a cape, and it looked like it was giving camel toe on the front, like her pussy had a wedgie. That's literally what it was giving. It's like, girl, can your coochie breathe and all of that? Like this, I was she really can't be really out here thinking that she is like this fashion icon, and she be really eating. And no shade, sis, but if it wasn't for Kanye, you wouldn't be getting in those rooms because you needed him for that access. Now, with that being said, Kim and her, and I guess the family and everything has been hanging out in Italy. There's this look that Northwest has been walking around with online, where she has blue hair down on her butt. She was dressed in a black corset paired with a skirt and knee-high boots. Now, mind you, the child is 12. So Bethany decided to weigh in because people was not feeling what she had on. People were going in on social media about this child. And so let's get into what Bethany had to say. Hold on, let me try to find the TikTok. And we'll come back and we will talk. Please hold.
A Northwest style. And many people are criticizing the parenting and what she's wearing, the corset. I don't believe at all in people criticizing people's children. I don't care whose children they are. I don't care what they're wearing. I didn't like it when they did it with Blue Ivy. I didn't like it when they did it with Housewives. I haven't liked it when they did it with my own child. Kids are off limits. So even if the Housewives animals knew that kids were off limits, kids are off limits.
Yeah, what's going on?
But people are talking about the parenting and what she's wearing. She's wearing a corset, but you can't really see anything. She's 12 years old. My daughter was saying that she doesn't agree with the expense of the items she wears, the diamonds and the things like that. And my opinion is that she's Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's child. It's a pretty extraordinary parenting structure. Kim's parents are Kris Jenner, who was married to a man named Bruce Jenner, who transitioned into Caitlyn Jenner. So her stepdad transitioned into being her stepmom. Her biological father was the lawyer for the O.J. Simpson trial, representing O.J. Pretty extraordinary, not to mention her siblings. And I would say they all are a strong family unit. They travel together, they work together.
Jesus Christ.
Together. They seem to love each other. I certainly was raised by animals. So I don't know that you would expect Kim and Kanye's child to wear ordinary clothing. Believe me, if they shopped at TJ Maxx, you'd be criticizing that. But I circle back to say, she's preteen. She's going to get into the next couple of years, and they're very hard years, and the game moves pretty fast. And there's 4 kids there. It's like herding cats, not easy, no matter how much help you have. And if the help is raising your kids, that's not easy either, I guess. She's entering into the impact zone, and it's not for us to criticize anyone's kids, is what my true, honest opinion is. And some kids really push back hard, and she's Kanye West's daughter. She's giving her a run for her money.
And she is, because we've been witnessing a lot of that, where we get to see Northwest be out here challenging Kim on a lot of situations, and Kim be out here getting. She was like, "Oh, sis, this what you thought that you wasn't gonna have to deal with the situations of I guess how you come up and how you treat people and all this other stuff. They always said you get it back in your kids, and it looked like." she's getting it back and her children. Now, I will say this because of what she was saying in regards of, when Bethany decided to weigh in and all this other stuff, she ended up getting in a back and forth. When she posted this on her Instagram, she wound up getting in a back and forth. Remember the super nanny, Joe Frost? Well, apparently she jumped on the line and said the following. She said, "You are skirting around the topic, which is, do parents play a role in teaching their children how to express their own individual style whilst not sexually objectifying themselves?" This is what the 55-year-old commented. "It is our job as parents to protect our children because they are minors." It would seem you get you get that as, "I've never seen your daughter in clothes that sexually objectify her." And as we said, and when I look at, I've seen some pictures of Bryn. Bryn dresses very regular. And some of the clothes, like she wears like sweaters and jeans and things. She's like a regular girl. And then Frankel denied skirting around anything, saying the question is, should you comment on someone else's child when no two snowflakes are the same? But here's the thing. I think people feel like when you are a celebrity kid, when you're putting yourself out here in these outfits, when you're actually being photographed in certain looks, you're opening yourself up to criticism. Then she tried to bring in the whole thing about Blue Ivy, but here's the thing: people was criticizing Blue Ivy in the early stages, but since she started performing with her mother and she's out doing little things, whatever here, Blue Ivy's got the respect of the people. Nobody's out here going in on Blue Ivy over some of the clothes she wears because except that one time, I believe y'all did criticize Blue Ivy when she was on the red carpet, I believe for The Lion King, because she had this gown on and y'all was, "Oh, she too young to be wearing that," and I'm like, what the fuck is she supposed to wear, a She's a little girl. She's gonna wear she's first of all tall for a 12-year-old. I don't know what the hell y'all putting in the food nowadays, but a lot of these kids don't even look that age. When you look at um a Northwest does not look like she's 11 or 12. She looks way older than that. And it could be from the outfits that she's wearing. But I do agree that as parents or whatever, if you're a celebrity, there's certain outfits I'm like, you're not going out of the house in no damn corset and a skirt and thigh-high boots, not at your age, and with your titties pushed up to your neck. Like, what are you doing? And you know how there's all these perverts that we be hearing about that's in this industry, and I'm sure Kim has encountered quite a few of them and knows a lot of them that's in the circle and in the zeitgeist and in the industry. It's a lot of perverts. So you got to protect your child. And I feel like because Kim comes from the world of reality TV where Chris Jenner, as I like to call her, Pimp Mama Chris, was pimping out all them damn kids. So that way she'll be able to financially survive out here post Rob Kardashian death. Because remember, they became famous because Rob Kardashian represented OJ in that trial against Nicole Brown Simpson. And so that's how we became familiar with the Kardashians. Then after he passed away, we didn't really know much about them. Then the whole sex tape thing came out with Kim, catapulted her to fame. Some people say she copied off of Paris Hilton. But when you've been pimped out in so many ways, I don't know necessarily she was like her mother had her going off the men, but pimped out in the sense of trotting your daughter out and using her sex tape as a way to platform her to be this big reality mogul or whatever. And to all the different products and things that she's been out here hawking and promoting. Now she's a designer and she's this and she's that and she's a businesswoman and making all this money being the big breadwinner of the family and probably Chris's fave. Now that people are kind of getting tired of the old Kardashians, the Kims, the Chloes, the Kylies, and all of them, now it's like we got to keep the momentum going. So now we got to put the kids of the Kim and the Courtneys and all of these and prop them up. Courtney ain't putting her kids out here. We don't really see them. Chloe got keep her kids under wraps too. Kim seemed to be the one that's out here pushing North out here, doing all this other crazy stuff. And yeah, I don't think that she should be out here wearing these type of clothes. Like, why are you wearing a corset at 11? I don't get it. But that's her child. She can raise her as she pleases. But you can't be surprised that when you put your child out here in weird and like in these provocative type clothes, that someone is going to be critical of it and say that yeah, that child is too young. And we do have there is a conversation that people need that instead of y'all worrying about this gay agenda that doesn't exist, the agenda y'all need to be worrying about is the fact that y'all keep sexualizing these damn kids in these clothes that they be wearing at the age that they be wearing them. So and say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story regarding what Bethenny Frankel had to say about Northwest? Well, basically, she gave us a nothing burger in regards of what she had to say about the whole thing because I guess she didn't want the backlash too much. But using her daughter Bryn, who is a couple of years older than North, it makes sense that another kid would be commenting on another kid's clothes because kids critique each other all the time and weighing in on the situation. So I would like to hear from all the moms and things of that nature out there who what are your thoughts on this? Any parents and things of that nature. Whatever your thoughts are, or if you ain't got nephew, niece, whatever. Let me know if you would put your kids at 11 in a damn course with their titties up to their damn neck, looking like something out of Amadeus. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.